Ronald David Holloway was born on the 12th day of February in 1970. He was born at the Riverside Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. And like a lot of other little babies, was laid in the bassinet and started his life growing up. Ron developed this look early and kept it through his life. A lot of times this look would be on his face just before he'd break into laughter. This look, right before a broad grin and a laughter that sounded like Bert from Sesame Street. There had to be times when people looked at this little guy and said, "She is so cute. What's her name?" But the truth was, he was just a regular little guy growing up in life with no idea of what lay ahead of him, with no idea of how his life was going to unfold. Ron said he didn't like animals, but that face doesn't say that, unless of course you're looking at the cat. The last time I saw Ron alive, he was throwing the ball for the dog to go fetch. The dog he said he didn't like. The dog that always jumped up in his lap when he came home. This is the first time Ron ever saw himself in a handheld mirror. Boy, he was delighted with what he saw. There would be lots of school pictures, but you never would hear Ron saying he loved school. Well, 1 year would turn into 2, and 2 into 10, and 10 into 13. And young Ronald David Holloway would become a teenager. It's not hard to figure out why all the girls were attracted to Ron. I mean, you know, a mullet is a chick magnet. Who cares if you can't grow a mustache? The beautiful doors around daybreak here were painted by Ronald David Holloway. I wanted to paint the top of the church, but he said he was afraid of heights. Liar. Doesn't look like it to me. Ron had an eye for style. He knew what was in, and he knew what was out. He would eventually trade those shorts in for a more masculine look. Ron Holloway loved his children. They will never know how much. Here his arms are draped around Alex, Mackenzie, and Tyler. And their dad left them far too soon. His youngest child, Jocelyn, needed a nap well, somebody needed a nap. I hated this hat, and Ron wore it backwards because he knew I wanted him to wear it frontwards. And when I repeatedly reminded him of my distaste for it worn that way, he just laughed like Bert on Sesame Street and went on, but he never did turn it around. Ron was oh so proud of Tyler the day he graduated from high school. And next month he intended to go to Mackenzie's graduation and see the both of them do what he had not done. Ron married our daughter Jerusha 18 years ago. And even though the marriage never lasted, the friendship did. He and Jerusha would be each other's best friends to the very end of his life. Lots of people have said they were going to miss that broad smile of Ron. It was contagious. He was always smiling. And here he is teaching Mackenzie how to do it. As I said earlier, Ron is responsible for the beautiful blue doors. Every entrance to the Daybreak Baptist Church was caulked and scraped and painted by Ron. By the way, did I mention I hate that hat? Ronald David Holloway is the poster child for what the cross of Jesus Christ can do, for how it can change someone's life. Even though Ron had come through some difficult circumstances, from the birth of that little boy laid in the bassinet in Riverside Hospital to Easter Sunday this year, somewhere along the line, Ronald David Holloway would discover the power of love, the love of God, who loves us not because of who we are, but because of who He is. And the Lord loved Ronald Holloway not when he was good, but while he was still bad. Not after he got clean, but while he was still dirty. It doesn't take very long to go from the bassinet to this. Life is like a vapor that appears for a short while and then burns away. Like a flower that's bright and blooming for a while, and then its fragrance and color fade, and its petals fall to the earth. God loved Ronald Holloway, not after he conquered his addiction, but while he still fought it. I hope there's somebody in your life who loves you enough to never give up on you. Ronald David Holloway left with us a wonderful memory and a beautiful smile. He is now gone home to glory, and his homegoing adds one more attraction to the next world.